listening to? I'm listening to my imagination. Yes, I'm listening to a fantasy.
The casting for the 1969 TV series Night Gallery was a careful process. Key actors were chosen for their ability to bring the unique characters to life. Auditions were held to find the right mix of talent, and chemistry tests ensured the actors could work well together. The team looked for actors who could handle the show's suspenseful and sometimes eerie tone. They needed people who could tell a story with just their expressions and body language. The casting decisions were critical in shaping the show's success, as the actors' performances had to convince the audience and carry the series' atmospheric storytelling. Each actor brought their own style to the set, making the show memorable for viewers. The casting process was a turning point for the series, setting the stage for its run on television.
Just tell me what you see.
Well, on the surface, a moment ago he appeared cadaverous. Now,
The director of Night Gallery, Rod Serling, aimed to create a television series that was both scary and smart. He drew inspiration from classic horror and his own experiences to craft stories that were both entertaining and thought-provoking. His style was unique, often using shadows and light to build suspense and fear. He worked closely with the cast and crew to bring his vision to life, guiding actors to portray deep emotions and technicians to create eerie settings. This teamwork made the show a memorable experience for viewers, combining Serling's storytelling with visual artistry to tell tales of the supernatural and the unknown.
But then who is?
I'm flattered, but it doesn't take a diagnostician to remark that a man looks well. If you want to diagnose...
Night Gallery is a TV series from 1969 that takes you on a journey through the mysterious and the unknown. Each episode is a different story, like a painting in a gallery, showing something new and unexpected. Some stories might make you laugh, others might shock you, and some could even make you sad. There's a lot to discover, so keep watching to find out all the surprising facts about this show. Now, I have a couple of questions for you. First, has there been a scene or moment in Night Gallery that really stuck with you? Something that you still think about after all this time? And second, has this TV series touched your life in any way? Maybe it inspired you or had a big impact on you somehow. We're also curious about your experiences with Night Gallery. What's your most treasured memory related to the show? Please share your stories and memories with us in the comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
Thoroughly dismembered.
The 1969 TV series Night Gallery was a pioneer in television production. The show's set design was unique for its time, creating an eerie and suspenseful atmosphere that drew viewers into its tales of horror and the supernatural. The sets were often dark and shadowy with careful lighting to enhance the mood. Filming locations varied, including studio sets and outdoor scenes that required careful planning to maintain the show's dark aesthetic. One of the significant challenges was the limited technology of the time, which meant that special effects had to be created practically rather than with computer-generated imagery. This led to innovative solutions, such as using mirrors, creative lighting, and camera angles to achieve the desired effects. The production team also faced logistical hurdles like coordinating the large cast and crew, managing the budget, and scheduling shoots around the availability of locations. Despite these challenges, Night Gallery stands out for its creative storytelling and visual style, which have left a lasting impression on the horror genre. The series showcased the power of imagination and resourcefulness in bringing chilling stories to life on the small screen. Horror anthologies offer a diverse range of stories and the freedom to explore various themes, which is why they are so appealing. Among these, the television series Night Gallery stands out as a personal favorite. It's a show that holds a special place in my heart, having watched it as a child. The series is notable for its unique theme song that sets a chilling tone, fitting the show's atmosphere perfectly. Despite its modest budget, the show made excellent use of practical effects to bring its stories to life. Rod Serling, known for his work on The Twilight Zone, serves as an exceptional host, director, and writer, guiding viewers through a series of horror, fantasy, and suspense tales. Unlike The Twilight Zone, which leaned more towards science fiction and fantasy, Night Gallery focuses on darker, more horror-centric narratives. One of the show's most distinctive features is the art gallery, filled with surreal and dark paintings that add depth to each episode. These artworks left such an impression on me that I dreamed of creating my own gallery filled with similar pieces. The series offers a collection of memorable stories, some of which are genuinely suspenseful and frightening. While not all episodes are hits, the ones that stand out leave a lasting impression. Stories like The Way Out, which presents a suspenseful tale of entrapment, and Cold Air, an adaptation of a story by H.P. Lovecraft, showcase the show's ability to blend sadness with creepiness. The Caterpillar, a story about a man's encounter with a deadly creature, is particularly unnerving. Another standout is Silent Snow, Secret Snow, a beautifully crafted, open-ended narrative enhanced by Orson Welles' narration, which contributes to the eerie ambience. Night Gallery is a series that, much like a great painting, invites viewers to look closer and discover its hidden depths. It's a show that, despite its age, continues to captivate and will not be easily forgotten. I rate this series 4 stars for its ability to entertain and haunt in equal measure.
Believe me, Colonel, there were no aspersions intended.
I quite understand, Stanton. I'm merely trying to remind...
The music for the 1969 TV series Night Gallery was crafted to fit the show's spooky and mysterious stories. Each episode had its own score, carefully made to match the mood and support the twists and turns of the plot. The composers and musicians worked closely with the producers to make sure the music added to the suspense and drama without overpowering the scenes. They used a mix of traditional instruments and innovative sounds to create a unique atmosphere that helped bring the stories to life. The music was a key part of the show's success, making the strange tales more real and gripping for the viewers.
A list of names. These are the so-called major gods. How they arrived at their pecking order.
In the world of television, shows that break the mold often face a tough reception. This was the case with a certain horror anthology that debuted in the late 60s. Despite its creative approach, it didn't quite win over the big studios or TV networks who found it too different from the norm. Even the pilot episode stood apart, featuring unique opening music and credits that were not carried over to the regular series. Meanwhile, Vincent Price, a master of horror in his own right, lent his voice to a different project, delivering a memorable speech about a Black Widow on a rock album 6 years later. This show's journey and the reactions it garnered highlight the challenges innovative programs face in the entertainment industry.
The release of this information would not enhance either your profession.
The television series Night Gallery, which aired in 1969, is remembered for its unique storytelling and visual style. The show's director used shadows and light in a way that made the scenes feel spooky and mysterious. The style helped to create a sense of fear and anticipation in the viewers. The actors delivered their lines with a lot of emotion, making the characters come to life and seem real. Their performances helped viewers connect with the stories. The camera work was also special. It moved in ways that made the show feel like a moving painting, with each scene carefully crafted to look just right. People who made the show and acted in it have said they wanted to make something new and different. They worked hard to make sure every part of the show would pull the audience into its strange world. This hard work paid off, as the show is still talked about today for its creative and powerful storytelling.
Into the roof, and the door is white with a slender window panel flanking it.
In the world of television, the transition from one show's end to the birth of another can be a creative journey. After the conclusion of The Twilight Zone, its creator didn't wait long to start a new venture. Within 5 years, he was at the helm of a fresh series that aimed to capture the same spirit of suspense and surprise. This series saw contributions from notable figures, including Vincent Price, who had previously portrayed a haunting character in a 1975 Alice Cooper special. It also featured work by a young Steven Spielberg, who directed at least 2 segments. There's some uncertainty about a 3rd segment attributed to another director, but memory suggests Spielberg may have been involved. The show also experimented with short comedic sketches, a move that sparked debate among viewers. These sketches were mixed in with the main stories, especially when an episode needed to fill time.
Problem, or shall we talk of old times, or what shall we do?
The TV series Night Gallery, which started in 1969, had a significant effect on both culture and society. It brought horror and the supernatural into living rooms, showing stories that often had a moral or twist ending. This series made people think about big questions like life after death and what it means to be human. It also introduced many to the horror genre, leading to its growth in movies, books, and other TV shows. Night Gallery often dealt with issues like fear, morality, and human nature, encouraging viewers to discuss these themes. It was a pioneer for future horror anthologies and remains a reference point for creators and fans alike. In the show's final chapters, the once prominent voice of Rod Serling was overshadowed by producer Jack Laird's decisions. Despite this, Serling remained dedicated, regularly presenting new scripts and ideas. His experience on the show soured, as he believed his standing as a serious dramatist was compromised by the inclusion of offbeat short plays, which Laird favored and controlled. This tension led to Serling's eventual distaste for his role in the project, feeling his work was no longer reflective of his true capabilities as a writer. Laird's dominance in creative decisions marked a significant shift in the show's direction, ultimately shaping its legacy.
So say it!
The television series Night Gallery, which started in 1969, received mixed reviews. Critics praised its creative stories and the way it presented horror and suspense. Viewers enjoyed the show for its unique storytelling and the twist endings. The series did not win major awards, but was nominated for a few, including an Edgar Allan Poe Award. The nominations recognized the show's writing and storytelling. For those who worked on Night Gallery, these nominations were a sign of respect for their hard work and creativity. They showed that the series had achieved a level of success in the competitive world of television.
Wait a minute! Listen to me!
In its third season, the show took a new direction by presenting a single story per episode, moving away from the previous format of multiple stories. The unique sculptures that became a signature element were the work of artists Logan Elston and Phil Vanderlei. Vincent Price, known for his deep interest in art, held a bachelor's degree in art history and was active in the art community, writing about art and even establishing an art gallery to inspire others to appreciate and collect art.
Something like this would happen. I knew it would happen.
That being the case, sir, goodbye.
Please let me talk to you. Just give me one moment of your time. Surely I'm...
During the making of the Night Gallery, Rod Serling, the creator, would often rewrite scripts on set right before filming. This kept the actors on their toes, as they had to quickly adapt to new lines. The show also had a unique filming style. It was shot in a dark studio with minimal lighting to create a spooky atmosphere. This made it challenging for the crew to navigate the set, but added to the eerie feel of the show. The paintings used in the series were actual artworks created specifically for the show, which added a real touch of mystery and artistry. The cast and crew often shared stories of strange occurrences during late-night shoots, adding to the sense that they were part of something special and otherworldly. Despite the challenges, there was a strong sense of camaraderie among the cast and crew, who were all dedicated to bringing Serling's vision to life.
Just let me back up and summarize how it all began. Then I'll entertain questions.
Before he became known for his television roles, Barry Sullivan had a significant role in radio, playing Richard Rogue in NBC Radio's Rhodes Gallery. Rod Serling, who had gained fame with The Twilight Zone, envisioned a new show that would shift from fantasy to horror. However, his ideas met resistance, and unlike his previous show where he had more creative control, here he served mainly as the host, and an occasional writer, often disagreeing with the producer about the story quality. The show's unique set featured paintings and sculptures, but only the paintings were used to represent the title of each story. The television series Night Gallery, which started in 1969, has had a significant role in shaping modern horror and suspense on television. It was one of the first shows to blend horror with art, as each story was introduced by a painting. This approach influenced later series that use unique methods to tell stories. Night Gallery also gave many directors like Steven Spielberg their first chance to work in television, which helped them in their later film careers. The show's mix of horror, science fiction, and fantasy inspired future TV shows and movies to explore these genres more deeply. Night Gallery style and storytelling methods can be seen in later works, showing its lasting effect on the entertainment industry.
When she hit the water, I was the only one who had.
In a unique crossover of talent, actors David Carradine and Ray Spira, known for their roles as Kwai Chang Caine in the later series Kung Fu, shared screen time in separate stories of a popular anthology show. While Carradine encountered the mysterious in the Phantom Farmhouse, Spira was featured in The Chilling Silent Snow, Secret Snow. Creating television often means working with limited resources, a challenge familiar to the crew of this show. An anecdote from the set recounts how director John Badham needed to reshoot scenes with a horse and cart essential to a story's historical setting. Despite the tight budget, producer Jack Laird approved the additional $50 expense for the reshoot, highlighting the dedication to storytelling. Actor John Astin's contributions to the series were notable, not just in front of the camera where he met his demise in 3 different tales, but also behind it, directing a trio of episodes. His on-screen characters often faced grim fates, including 2 trips to hell, showcasing the show's dark and twisty narrative style. In a bold move to bring new stories to television, Rod Serling proposed himself as a curator of a wax museum, guiding viewers through tales represented by the exhibits. When networks didn't bite, he reworked his concept. John Astin lent his talents to the show, not just in front of the camera where his characters often met grim fates, but also behind it as a director for several episodes. Marking a significant moment in television history, this series was the last to have Serling as the guiding voice, concluding his unique contribution to the genre.
Gonna give Mommy a kiss, huh?
In the world of television, creative solutions are often sought to extend the life of a show in syndication. For instance, episodes from The Sixth Sense were shortened and included in the syndication package of another show to increase the total episode count. This strategy helps prevent audience fatigue from frequent reruns of the same episodes. Additionally, the Vincent Price Gallery, an art foundation established by the actor in 1951, marked its 45th anniversary, reflecting his lasting influence beyond the screen. Moreover, the syndicated episodes were adjusted to fit half-hour time slots, either by trimming longer segments or expanding shorter ones, ensuring a consistent viewing experience. In a unique programming move, 4 different series were rotated in the same time, slot under the 4 in one banner. This rotation included the series in question, along with McCloud, San Francisco International Airport, and The Psychiatrist. However, only McCloud survived beyond the initial season, transitioning into the mystery movie series alongside McMillan and Wife, while the other 2 shows were discontinued. Subsequently, the series being discussed secured its own dedicated time slot. Vincent Price, known for his distinctive voice and performances, also had a passion for art. He and George Macready, his co-star from Victoria Regina, opened an art gallery named The Little Gallery during a break from filming The Song of Bernadette in 1943. The visual art that set the tone for each episode was the work of Thomas J. Wright. His paintings were integral to the show, providing a unique introduction to every story presented to the audience.
Horror in this house.
In the show's early days, the sudden death of actor Burgess Meredith's wife during filming cast a shadow over the set. Known for his roles in classics like Rocky and The Twilight Zone, Meredith was deeply affected, yet he continued to deliver powerful performances that contributed significantly to the series' success. His dedication to his craft during such a difficult personal time is a testament to his professionalism and the enduring appeal of the show.
Ask you an academic question. If I were to take this...
If you enjoyed watching Night Gallery, the 1969 series that brought unique stories to life on screen, we want to hear from you. Your stories and memories are valuable, and sharing them can bring joy to others. Did this show change how you see movies or tell stories? Let us know. Your voice adds to the rich history of this show. Hit like, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more discussions on the magic of movies. Your participation makes our community stronger. Share your story today and join the conversation.